Good evening. It is Nana. Nana 5. You might not be able to hear me. There. Oh, one other person is live right now, too. But I figure if I don't go on now, then you'll wonder what happened to me because I always go live now. Hi, Mikey. Yes, you're voiced. How are you? I am tired out. Hello, friends. I am tired out. Hi, Sunny. Oh my gosh, you remember. Well, I mean, you said that you have it on your... You have it set, I should say. Mikey says, I'm here. I'm here. Slow day. But I did some shipped orders earlier. How are you? I'm tired. I did just wake up from a nap. Sunny says, hi, Yvonne and Mike. Mike says, hello, Sunny. Sunny says, I did remember. Oh, thank you so much. I know some people have said that it helps if you do, if you let people know ahead of time when you're going to go on. But I worked... I worked today. I should see it. Hold on one second. Hi, James. Welcome in. Hi, James. Oh, Mike, you're so sweet. Mikey says, I shared the stream. Maybe we'll get some new friends to stop by. That's so sweet. James says, I've got... Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know, James. Sunny says, hi, James. Mike says, hello, James. Yeah, so yesterday I got out late, as far as Spark goes. And I really needed to work because I was thinking about all this extra bills I had, and it was starting to stress me out. But anyway, so I said I gotta go out and do my gig work. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are, Tara. Can I have admin, please? Sunny says, first time here and you asked that? Yeah, right? Like, no. Please. James says, all right, I'm back. Getting ready for me. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, James. I'm like, Sunny's right. Why would you come into somebody's stream and start asking questions like that? Mike says, James. Yeah, so anyway, I kind of started stressing out about my extra debt. And then I was really bummed out because I had one bill, and maybe it's happened to you, where you have a bill that you thought you were doing okay on, and then all of a sudden they took interest out, and you're like, but because the interest they took was $72, and I was just astounded. So I was starting to bum out about that. But I should not bum out about that because it was a $3,000 card that had maxed. Well, it only had $100 some on it. So I guess it's going to have a high interest rate. And they said, and this is the kind of card where if you pay it, if you keep making the payments on it, it's going to help your score go up, which is good. But then I called about my other card that I hadn't received yet, because that was the Toyota credit card, the one that I had to use in order to get my car. Both of those cards I had to use in order to get this car. Anywho, it said that it wasn't due until February 7th, but the amount was over the limit, and I don't want to start out that way, so I hurry up and just paid it. So I worked last night up until, I don't know, I got home a little after 9. Then I woke up early this morning and said, you know what, I would rather start my day early so I can get off early instead of, going late. So I had an incentive for Spark for 6 trips, $34 incentive for yesterday and for today. I made it both days, and then since I was out and about early this morning, I did 2 $7 incentives, because if you do them early, then you get $7 incentive. So I did that, and I know you guys can see me, but I am going to put you on this phone too, so I have an easier time reading what's going on. Instead of me just rambling my lips. Oh my goodness, I'm just tired. But like I said, I had a nap, so I'm probably just tired from just waking up. I hope everybody has had a good weekend, a good Sunday. And I am going to find me real quick. There I am. There I am. Okay, I keep saying there I am, but where am I? Weird. It's showing something from 6 days ago, but nothing's going on right now. Okay, anyways. Oh, hi, Wendy. I gotta get caught up with this. Presley. Thank you to my wonderful moderators who are who are saying hello to people. James says, yeah, can't come in here and be draft, LOL. Mike says, that interest is in fact not very interesting. Wait, debt interest is in fact not no, it's not very interesting. Sonny says, LOL, Mike, not at all interesting. Hey, Rubberneck. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Presley. James says, hello, Presley. Good to see you again, mate. Wendy says, Presley. Sunny says, I need to get out. Oh, what happened? I need to get out earlier. It's smart to do that. Wendy says, hi, Sunny, James, and Mike. Sunny says, hi, Presley. Mike says, hello, Wendy, Presley, and Rubberneck. Presley says, hey, James. Sunny says, hi, Wendy. James says, hello to everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe to Yvonne. She is... Oh, she is a darling. Oh, that's so sweet. Presley says, Sunny and Mike. James says, hi, Wendy. Thank you for the emojis, Presley. Rubberneck says, look. Hi, look. Sunny says, hi, Rubberneck. Presley says, Wendy. Rubberneck says, hello, Sunny. Yeah, so why isn't it letting me go on to my... That is so crazy. Okay, and then for those of you that don't know, I am sitting right now at 406 subscribers. I have a lot of watch hours that I need to work on, but it's nice to know that I made that, you know, I have 406 subscribers, so that's amazing. I think a lot of people like to hear that positive thinking video that I do every morning, and I enjoy doing it. And it helps me along with helping others. Sunny says, YouTube does that to me too. It won't let me go on my live in my other phone. Ugh. Wendy says, are you feeling better, Yvonne? Yes. Sunny says, yes. 404 sub. 406. Yeah, 406. I wasn't really going to announce it until, because I know they can get rid of 4. Just randomly. So I really didn't want to say anything until I got 406. Seemed like good, because if they got rid of 4, then I'd still have 402. Blaza blaza. A lot has gone on here in Minnesota this week, and it's sad. For those of you that don't know, a woman was killed, and that woman that was killed, I didn't know her, but just to let you know, I think my other phone will let me put maps on here, just to let you know how close it was. It was very, very close. And one of my YouTuber friends went to the site and did some video, some live footage of it. Okay, so it's 8.6 miles from me. 8.6 miles. That is very close. And then I heard that that ISIS was, so there's a strip that goes down to my house, pretty close. Like, my house is maybe less than a mile from there. Anyway, they were there just the other day, Friday. Mike says, nice. James says, I heard what happened, sending love to your people and your nation. Thank you, James. Wendy says, very sad. She used to live in Kansas City in 23. Oh, wow. James says, you will prevail. Yes. So just to say that it's really close to home where it happened, and you know, a lot of people are affected. If you saw the news coverage, there's a lot of people that were there, and it's just so sad that, oh, and actually it happened when I was at work, and from work, it's even closer than 8 miles. So, I did want to show you that I did finish, and I did I did post it, but here is the finished craft. Yes, finished. Every hole is done. I was looking in the store. Maybe I could have went to the craft store. I never think about that. I had went to Walmart to look for a frame because I want to give this to my daughter, and actually I could give it to her on my granddaughter's birthday. My granddaughter turns 2 on the 15th. So that is when? Thursday. Can't believe she's gonna be 2. And then I decided that I would keep the snowman and do the other snowman for my other daughter, because I mean, and it was only $3, so it was pretty cheap, and I just felt that the other one I can't talk. The other one was more of a practice one, gearing up to do the Faith, Hope, and Love jars. And so now I have all my baggies. I have all my baggies. And I have tape too, so that the diamonds don't fall out. I had actually bought the tape at Christmas when I was wrapping presents, but I couldn't remember what I did with it. Wendy says, ridiculous. They are wearing masks and hiding their badges, right? James says, yes, Wendy. It is scary for everyone. I can't imagine being a little kid and having to worry. Yeah. James says, you and Mel's love your diamond paintings too. Yeah, Sonny does diamond paintings also. James says, looks great. Thank you, James. Wendy says, if you're willing to kill somebody, you should be able to show your face. Right? And why is it okay? Why is that okay? They're just, oh, it's okay, you know. So you're going to say she deserved it? They could have shot her tire, okay? They didn't need to unlive her. They could have just shot her tire. So when we're coming to a time and age when it is okay to do so, it's getting pretty crazy. Think about who she left behind. Think about those kids. She was a stay-at-home mom. Think about those darling children. It's crazy. Cisco International. Good evening, Nana. Good evening, Cisco. Wendy says, my understanding is she was dropping her child off at school. Wow. Yeah, all we ever get is that there's a lot that led up to it, and then it's okay to do so, and they were in the right, and he was afraid for his life because she was going to run him over with the car. But if he thought so, then shoot the tire. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous and frustrating. Yeah, so Wendy says, don't trust your own eyes. Yeah. What I wanted to say was that I was watching Sunny shop. I had you on my TV in my room, my wonderful TV that I got for Christmas from my job that I won. I was watching it on my TV and went to sleep. I don't know what time you finished, but I'm pretty sure I went to sleep by 2:30, 3 o'clock, woke up at 6:23, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to go live in a few minutes. James says, you got a telly from your job? Yes, James. I got a 50-inch Roku television. There were names in a drawing at the Christmas party, at our job Christmas party, and my name was drawn. So yes, I did. That was awesome. Yeah, Wendy says she won it. Yep, the day I won it, I was watching Ray and Wendy do their live. So that was pretty cool. So I had a smaller Roku TV. I think it's a 24-inch that I had in my bedroom, and I haven't even put that back in the box yet. It's just on my floor in my bedroom. I have so much stuff. Does anybody have, like, you have so much stuff that you're just so busy you don't have time to go through it all? I mean, I am working 7 days a week, and I'm just, it's gonna be nice next weekend because I'll have my grandson, and I'll get a reprieve. You know, I have thought about, oh no, I mean, I love my grandchildren, but then I think, oh, but then I won't be able to go out and work. But then, isn't that why I worked so hard this weekend? Because I knew I was going to have him next weekend. So I need to calm down, and I need to know that I'm going to make it and that God's going to see me through. And I can't work so much that I just drop, because that is not going to be healthy, and I'll get sick again. James says, good for you. I don't have a smart telly, but I got a free one from my mate's mom, so I cannot complain. Oh, that's nice. Wendy says, me and I don't work. Yes, you do, Wendy. You work with Ray all the time. He's got you busy. I just remember reading the other day, wasn't it Sunny that was saying that when Ray goes out to work. He needs you to help him. Well, that's working. So you're working. When he says, haha. Yes, you are working. Oh, I'm starting to see the chat better now. Well, LOL, Wendy has Ray busy. Oh, yes. But, you know, it's what wives are for. James says, it's a hard job keeping Ray on track. Yes, it is a hard job. Wendy says, Ray needs all the help he can get. He's such a good guy, though. You got a winner there. Yeah. He loves you and cares so much about you, and you've been together for so many years. It's nice. It's very, very nice. Yes. So, like I said, next weekend I'll have my grandson. He's 3. He will be 4 in May, which I'm just like, where does the years go by? Like, but then again, my granddaughter's going to be 2. I remember when she was just born. Yes, and I have my hair down. Can you imagine? I usually have my hair. The reason why I usually have my hair up like all the time, because usually when my hair touches my face, I go crazy. It's almost like being allergic, having an allergic reaction. I'm like, am I allergic to my own hair? Oh my goodness. Wendy says, Ray's driving but doesn't seem to be laughing. Oh, why isn't he laughing? Why isn't he laughing? Do we need more shenanigans in the loo? Sonny says, my daughter FaceTime me with my grandson being cute. Oh, James says, haha. Tell Ray I say hi. Sonny says he was doing funny tummy time. I thought it said fun. Yes, that tummy time already. And he's 7 weeks old. I guess that's it seems like everything goes so fast. Wendy says now he's laughing. Oh, there. All I had to say is talk about him being in the loo. And he starts laughing. Ray. What are we going to do with you? Thank you for the 11 thumbs up. I appreciate it. It's only been 28 minutes. I am going to get something to drink. Like I said, I woke up and I started preparing things for my live stream. Oh, water. I need to buy more water. You know, that job of running, and oh, let me tell you what I did. Sonny, get a load of what I did. So, this morning, my very first, my very first Spark order I did. I thought, oh, not bad. It's just, you know, a whole milk, a 2% milk, a skim milk, some half and half, and some apples. Is there anything else? A bag of apples. But I didn't look to see how many milks. Okay? 8 gallons of whole milk. 8 gallons of 2% milk, 1 gallon of 1%, 1 bag of apples, 6 half gallons of half and half. Hello, nearly there. Now, from now on, I will be looking to see how many of each. Because I didn't realize that until I got to the store and I was starting to do the order. And then I'm like, oh no, 8. Oh, and then, oh my gosh, I have to get a new wagon. I love my wagon. I have to get a new wagon because yesterday when I was taking out some stuff and rearranging my the back area, or you would call it trunk, but you know, in an SUV, it doesn't seem like a trunk. But anyway, I was, I had taken it out and I put it to the side of the car. And then I loaded everything in, the groceries and everything. And then I went to wheel the cart in the cart corral. And it seems sometimes like I'm the only one that puts the cart back. Oh, the back of the car. Okay, yes, the back of the car. Hey, Johnny Holt. Johnny Holt, hello, this is Womble. James says we call the back of the car the boot. Oh, okay. Sonny says, hi, Johnny. James says, hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Anyway, so I had taken out, and then like I said, I put everything back in the car, and then I went to put the cart in the cart corral, and I came back and I didn't think of anything of it until I went to get in my car, and I'm like, oh, my cart. I had put it to the side of my car, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't I have noticed it when I went into my car? Because it was on my side. And I think, I can't swear by it because I don't have any camera footage, but I think that when I went to go put the cart back, somebody snatched my cart. So I'm going to have to invest in a new cart. And I loved my cart. Mike says, hello, Holt. Sonny says, we are just chatting, nearly there. Yes, we are. Oh, what is this all about? I'm new. Yes. If you saw the title of my video, it says Chatting with Nana. So for this hour, we just chit-chat among ourselves and get caught up with the week. And oh, you guys, I still have to do this with Sally, but Sally and Sally D's Reality had sent me this build your own gingerbread house, and she has one, and she had sent me one, and we were supposed to do a live together where we did it together, but we never got to it. I'm thinking that we can still do it. It doesn't matter that the holiday's over. Sonny says, oh no, yes, they stole my wagon. And I loved my wagon. And I was just saying in JB's I don't know if any of you follow along with Travel JB, but he has actually been doing some Walmart Spark. Okay. My tripod just keeps moving. And I'm just like, but JB has been doing some Walmart Spark orders. And he actually prefers it now. And before he had too small of a car, so he wasn't able to do it. But now he can do it. So it's interesting to see him do that. And BD's in there. And I don't know who else watches him. But he is so respectful. That's one thing I can say. He has a lot of viewers. But he's been on for quite a while now. And he had just started this new channel. Anyway, I won a membership. Not one. Is it one? I got a free membership. When he says, we just had Indian food. Oh. Oh, nice, Wendy. Nice. Indian food. Sonny says, Wendy, LOL, not caffeine. Oh, and then for those of you that don't know, and a lot of you may know, because I think most of you that follow, that are in this chat also watch Sally, but Sally has a very infected leg. And it's so bad that it was starting to turn black. Like, is bad. She went into the ER and she got put on 3 different types of medications. So we are praying for fast healing. And, you know, she's always there to support all of us. So we want to make sure that we support her and love on her. Her leg had been hurting her for a little bit, and infections if they go into your bloodstream, you know, it's just dangerous. So I'm just so glad she went into the ER and she's on that medication, and prayerfully she'll be feeling better very soon. James says, Sally is one of my favorites. She is a sweetheart. Yes, she is. Thank you for the prayer emojis, Nearly There. Nearly There, can I ask what your name is so I don't keep saying Nearly There? Unless you want me to say Nearly There. James says, oh no, poor Sally. I will let her know that how I am doing. Oh. Mikey says, Sally is heckin' dope. Yes, she is. Hoping for a speedy recovery, for sure. Wendy says, poor Sally. Yeah. Mikey, you're the one that pretty much connected me with Sally, because you did for her as you did for me, you know, shared the live stream one day. So I went to go check her out, and now she calls me one of her sunshine girls, and I am one of 4 that she messaged and told what was going on with her. So I feel very you guys know that I break down a drop of a hat, but it's just nice to have that camaraderie. And it's nice that, you know, I consider you guys my friends, even though I have not met you. I consider you my friends. I can't believe that I have been, that it's been 8 months that I joined Sunny's stream. Time goes by fast, but I am so grateful for all of you. I know I've been watching Ray and Wendy for quite a while, and it's fun to get to know them and James is kind of new on the block, but we are so thankful for him. And um, Mikey, you already know how I feel about you. You're awesome. Thou art my friend too. Yes. And you know, Mikey, I started watching you when you reached out on to me, and that was when Chuck was doing Dashing Across America. And if it weren't for you reaching out to me, Mikey, I wouldn't have all these friends. So I truly appreciate it. And I wasn't thinking about doing a channel until Mikey said, if you do a channel, I'll come watch, you know, encouraging me. And that's what we need. We need encouragement to move forward. And it's just been a blessing. Wendy says, I've met Sunny a few times. I know, that is so awesome. I can vouch for her. Mikey says, yes, Chuck put out a short recently. What? Him relaxing on the beach. I gotta go watch that. I didn't know he did that. James says, yes, I agree. I've learned so much about different culture slang. It's so much fun being connected. Mike says, Wendy, would you consider Sunny one of the wombiest of the wombles? Wendy, that's a chore, James. James says, Wendy. Yep, you guys are all pretty awesome in my book. And that's why it's so important for me to come on here at least once a week just to, you know, because I'm always seeing you guys on your stuff. But, oh, and I've seen your new content, Mikey. I haven't seen all of it. I still need to go back and watch some. But you're awesome. I already said that. Mikey, you're awesome. Mikey, you're awesome. Can I tell you enough that you're awesome? Sonny says, Wendy. Mikey says, remember, you're a womble. Yes. Is that true? That all of us that are connected with Ray and Wendy are wombles? James says, I'm hoping to get some content out eventually. Yes, yes, and we will support you, James, for sure. We will for sure support you. Mike says, I've got over 70 Lucy shorts on the queue. Channel members can see them placed. And I'm rolling out new bike dashing shorts. Also viewable for channel members. Awesome. Mikey says, thank you, Yvonne. You are heckin' dope. So I suppose everybody's taking down all of their Christmas stuff, but me, I have not. Life gets so busy, and I think the tree's so pretty. Of course, I only put the lights on at night, but it took me so long to put it together, and then it's time to hurry up and put it all back. I remember one year we didn't even get the tree down till April. James says, I don't know if you guys know what Furies are, but I basically do that. I have 3 different costume characters with personalities and names that I use. Oh, fun. Wendy says, Ray loves Lucy, Mike. Mikey says, that's cool, James. Seems like an interesting culture, lifestyle, hobby. Yeah. Wendy says, no, I haven't taken anything down. Oh, you haven't either? Good, I'm not the only one. Mikey said, nice, Wendy. Oh. What? Ray, just dropping in to give you a like before we head towards somewhere to video. Hope everyone's doing great. Well, thank you for stopping in, Ray. I appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Mikey says, hello, Ray. James says, I'm pretty much a type of art form, Mike. Oops, wrong emoji. Oh, you are crying. Yeah. Ray, my mate. Yes. And Ray is such a good supporter. And Sunny is such a good supporter. All of you are such good supporters. Nearly There says, Hun, I used Nearly There, I'm lost. Last week I learned, oh no, that your cousin of 62 years, I'm 63, are actually 3/4 siblings. Oh wow. Our moms are sisters. Yours passed, and we have same dad. Oh, and that's a lot. Prayers go out to you, Nearly There. Mikey says, that's heckin' dope to be yourself and do your thing, James. Yes. Wendy says, Ray is listening. He's just driving. Oh, thank you for listening, Ray. James says, thanks, Mike. You're going to be doing some video. Are you going to be doing the videos for the channel, or is the video more of your, yeah. I guess video would be for your channel. James says, Yvonne, you forgot to credit yourself. Oh. Well, you know, I love to support everyone. Oh, that's what I was talking about. JB does Walmart Spark now. He didn't before. It's interesting to see him do Spark orders. I know that there was once upon a time where our friend Dean wasn't going into the store to do shops, and now he does. You get paid more money when you go into the store and do the shops. I did no curbside yesterday. I did no curbside today. I think that's why. And then, like I said, to start off my morning, I had to do 16. No, that'd be 8 and 8. 9. What I did, 17 gallons of milk. My first order this morning was 17 gallons of milk. Yeah. Yes, Yvonne is very supportive for a lot of people. So, yes, everybody on this channel currently is very supportive, and I appreciate it. When he says, you're right, Sonny, we have a supportive group. And that's why it makes it seem like we're all friends, because we support each other. And, you know, nobody wants to come to Minnesota and have fun here in the snow. Oh, all of you live in a warmer climate than I do. You know, thinking about all of the orders that I delivered this weekend, think about that it was icy snow on the streets. So I was having to be very careful walking on the ice. It's so icy, and it hasn't really been warm enough for it to melt. And we haven't had much sun. It's been mostly cloudy. So with it being cloudy, you're not really having the snow and ice melt. Hi, Deb. Welcome to the stream. There's another person that is very supportive of all of us, Deb. Deb, we were just talking about how everybody that's on my channel right now is supportive of each other, and you are definitely included in that. Sunny says hi, Deb. Deb says hi, Sunny. Mike says hello, Debbie Webby. James says, do you guys know Stardashians? Oh, yes, we know. We know Eric. He's awesome. We definitely know Eric. I think he's actually doing a live stream of his own right now. And another person that is a supportive person that I don't know if you guys know her, if all of you know her, but her name is, I think, Exploradora. And we call her Dora for short. She is from Australia. It is amazing at the time difference. And I don't know what time it is for you, James, but it's just amazing how we can connect with anybody and the different time zones. It's so crazy. James says, Eric does content on there and he's awesome. Wendy says, that's a plus in the summertime. Mike says, that's right, James. James says, hello, Deb. Haven't met you yet. I live in England. Deb says, I try as much as I can, but I've been a busy bee lately, so I'm house hunting. Oh, you're going to be house hunting. Well, prayers for you. Hopefully you will find your dream home. Sunny says, my mom gave me this thing that fits over my shoes a few years ago before I was doing deliveries. They were spiky for walking on the ice. I got rid of them and regret it. Maybe you should look into them. Yeah, maybe I should. Wendy says, hi, Deb. Deb says, hi, Mrs. Womble. James says, oh, yes, I know Explorer. All of them came into Ray's stream and rated it with love. Oh, there's my friend Dean. Hi, Dean. Had to chime in with my support. Well, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. Deb says, hi, Dean. Hi, James. James says, it's 1:40. Oh, my goodness. When do you sleep? It's 1:40 a.m. there? When do you sleep? My goodness. Wendy says, I had spiked, Sunny. Ice terrifies me. Dean says, Deb, Sunny, Mikey, Ray, and Wendy, James, and of course, Yvonne. Oh. And Wendy says, hi, Dean. Sunny says, yeah, check into them, Wendy. I'm sure they have them on Amazon. Sunny says, hi, Dean. James says, hello, Dean mate. Yeah. It's ice. Ice is everywhere. And it's literally like, you will find patches where there is no ice, but it's far and few between. You will find streets that are full of ice. And then you will find some areas that have melted. So there's a little bit of both. James says, oh, I got up at 9 in the morning today and slept till 2. Okay. I guess that's why you're up. No wonder, since I had a long nap. Well, it was like 3 hours, I guess. Maybe 4. Mikey says, hello, Deanie Weenie. Deb says, it's bad this year compared to last year. Right? Very bad. And they said it was going to be. So I really shouldn't be surprised. Wendy says, the neighbor has had to help me up in the driveway. Oh, my goodness. Hi, California Line Dasher, CLD. Welcome, welcome. James says, I may have skipped work today. Oh, you were supposed to work today, but you skipped? Jean says, yes, yes, the ice was scary this morning. Reason I didn't go live. Yeah, it's better not to. Jean says, CLD. Wendy says, James is 19. He can stay up. Oh, he's young. He's a young buck. Sunny says, hi, CLD. Mike says, hello, CLD. James says, maybe. Deb says, I almost slid right under someone. Oh, no, Deb. Oh, no. That must have been, oh, my gosh, scary. Yeah, there's been a couple times where I slid and it scared me, but I was able to get my balance back, but it's very scary. Dean says, ouch, Deb. James says, young and sexy, Wendy. Yeah, it's been very interesting this year, to say the least. What was really interesting too was the other day when I was driving, I was actually, no, I went to a different Walmart and I was dropping off orders and I was late to my W-2, but I just worked extra and I didn't, announce it to my boss that, hey, the reason why I'm later than you today is because I just said, well, if she wonders, she'll ask me. That way I don't have to tell a story. Wendy says, yes, our neighbor is a sweetheart. Oh, CLD says, I'm cussing up. Wait a minute. You're cussing up a storm right now. Got a whack contact violation from a DoorDash customer yesterday. Supposedly order wasn't delivered. Oh, I'm so sorry, CLD. That is no good. I used to be on DoorDash, but I'm not any longer because my phone number changed so many times that I guess they didn't like that. So I'm not on DoorDash anymore. Can't say that I really miss it. Wendy says, yes, our neighbor's a sweetheart. Sunny says, that's no bueno, CLD. Yeah, for sure. Deb says, people don't... No, they don't. That really ticks me off. Deb, that ticks me off so bad. I'm just thinking, I did have one person... I was dropping their stuff off and you had to go up the stairs, and I kind of slid on their stairs while I was going up them. They were wooden stairs, and I had 2 cases of the I have one left in my, so that you know what I'm talking about. It was the Kool-Aid Jammers, okay? I buy these for my grandchildren. It was the Kool-Aid Jammers. I had 2 cases of this. And then I had something else on top of it. So it was 3 boxes. And I kind of slid and I just put them down on the steps. And the one kid comes out. I don't know how old he is. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so he's in a t-shirt. It is 20 degrees outside. He's in a t-shirt. He's got shorts on showing his underwear. You know how they wear them. And he's like, I'll help you. And he comes out to the car like that. And I'm just like, I was thankful for his help, but I just couldn't believe what he had on. And I it shouldn't have surprised me, but it was cold outside. It was not like it was warm out. But the other thing, what I was saying is, no, they don't salt, because if they had salted the steps, salted the driveway, it makes all the difference in the world. And I want to say, like in all of the houses that I was delivering to, they weren't salted. And last night when I was driving, when I was doing my shops later in the evening, nobody puts on their light. No, I have a flashlight. That's all good. And also it's a help because Walmart will show what their house looks like. So that helps me a lot. But it's just amazing. Like, you're expecting an order, but you're not going to turn on your light. Like, why would you turn your light on? But somebody else that's, I don't know who they are, they have their light on, but the house that I need to deliver to doesn't have their light on. I'm just like, what? James says, oh, that's great, Wendy. I love the small amount of neighbors I have out here in countryside. Very nice people. It is nice to have good people. Jean says, blame it on the ice. Oh, isn't there a song, Blame It on the... Yes, it is. Blame it on the... Yeah, that's from Jamie... I can picture him. I'm not... Blame it... What is that song now? Sonny says, right, Dean. Deb says, even if you hand to someone and it's leave at door, always take a picture. Right. Yeah, that's good. You should take a picture, 2 pictures, one for the company and one for yourself. Wendy says, yes, Deb. See ya. Oh, Diamond Loving Nana. Hello, everyone. New here. Hello, Diamond Loving Nana. So me and this wonderful lady have a couple things in common. We are nanas and we love diamond art. And I just want to show you, before I forget, anybody that joined in later, I finished, this is like my second piece that I've actually finished. And this one I'm waiting on frame that I ordered from Amazon, and I'm going to be giving to my daughter. And I did tell her that I had finished a piece for her, and she's excited to get it. CLD says, yeah, I'm definitely not happy about ready to start accepting no-tip orders and throw their food in their yard and drop and... Oh, I'm so sorry, CLD. Wendy says, hi, Diamond in California. Jeb says, I'm always shoveling and sorting my walkways. Salting your walkways, I think you're saying. I'm not getting sued, right? Jean says, hi, Diamond. Sunny says, I know how you feel, CLD. It's hard not to do that, but it would cause you to get deactivated. We don't want that to happen. No, we don't want that to happen, CLD. CLD says, Sunny, I've been deactivated 3 times on DoorDash. This wouldn't be the first time if that happened. Oh. Deb says, mine don't work, but I wait at my door with the light on inside watching for them. Oh, yeah, even doing that. Like, I've had that happen, too, where, you know, I go to deliver and I'm not quite sure if that's the house or not, but then a person will show, you know, I can tell that it must be their house, so that is a definite help. Sunny says, hi, Diamond. Mikey says, how the heck did that happen, CLD? Sunny says, oh, okay, CLD. CLD says, Mike, it's so bogus, scamming DoorDash customers. Mikey says, bad juju, CLD. No good. Very no good indeed. Diamond says, that's beautiful. Thank you, Diamond. Or Nana. Want to get connected with people. Yes. CLD says, Mike, it'll be okay because I'll keep moving and striving to my goals. Yeah, that's a good thought on it. Mikey says, keep on keeping on, CLD, just like Colleen says. Yes, for sure, just like Colleen says. Jeb says, night, everybody. Battery is low and time for bed. Well, thank you for joining, Deb. That was so sweet of you. Hello, Welshman. Sonny says, good night, Deb. Mike says, toodles, Deb. Hello, Welshman. CLD says, Mike, we strive for goals. Nothing is stopping me. Welshman says, hi, Mike. Sonny says, hi, Welshman. Welshman says, hi, Sonny. Jean says, Welshman. Wendy says, we're filming the plaza lights. Oh, okay, awesome. Welshman says, hi, each day. Sonny says, nice, Wendy. Oh, yes, and Diamond Nana, I'm also doing this piece. Now, I had done this piece first before I started doing the Faith, Hope, and Love, but it was like my beginner one, so I didn't know what to do with all my packages of diamonds, and then when I thought I was done with them, I got rid of them, so I ran out of diamonds, and yeah, it was just kind of a chaotic mess. So now I have the little baggies, and I have tape in case I run out of baggies and I need to keep them in the package, the diamonds that are already in. I have tape. I also have a black marker where I write on the baggie what number it is so I don't lose track of what it is. So I'm learning. Oh, and also, I really love trucks, and there is, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. So the next piece that I'll be working on is for Valentine's Day, but it's for me. And it's the truck because I love those trucks. And then you see this little guys on it. What are they called again? But that will be my next piece that I do after I'm done with the snowman. And with the snowman, I would like to get that done before February when my daughter goes on vacation. My oldest goes on vacation. Apparently, they're going to the Dominican. And it's through my son-in-law's job. Once a year, they take... What did I just do with the cap to my water? Oh, there it is. Once a year, they take their clients, because my son-in-law does HVAC, and they take their clients on a trip. And this year they're going to the Dominican. And my daughter was saying, if it weren't for the trips that they take their clients to, they would never get out of the country or go on that vacation. So that's awesome. How is everyone doing? It is oh my gosh. It's 1:55 a.m. there in the UK. Wow. Ray says, hi, Welshman. Sunny says, that's a pretty one. Thank you. Welshman says, hi, Dashing. Sunny says, that's late, Welshman, and I'm always asleep at that time. Yeah, me too. Welshman says, LOL, Sunny. Ray says, we've reached the filming location, so I'll just leave your live running, but I'll keep your stream running. I'll leave your, okay, I appreciate that. I need the watch hours, so I definitely appreciate that. Wendy says, hi, Welshman. Sunny says, I was saying your new diamond art is pretty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm into that. Those trucks, I love those trucks. So I found that and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be for me. Welshman says, hi, Mrs. Womble. But yeah, I do have fun doing those diamond art crafts. Ray says, I meant I'll have the sound turned down, but I'll keep you running. Okay, yep, I understand. I thank you for that. Diamond Loving Nana says, I have about 80 canvas all to Mew. Okay, so that's where you get yours. Awesome. Yeah, the snowman was like $3, and I think my other piece that I'm going to be doing is, well, it was under $10, but that's good to know that Temu has those, so I'll be looking on there for the more. Dean says, gnome, riding in a truck, better than a donkey. Oh yeah, gnome, it's a gnome. Yes, that is better than a donkey, Dean. Oh, Dean, I want to let you know, so yesterday I did 6 trips with Spark and I got my $34 incentive. That was later in the day and I was so tired. I didn't get much sleep last night and I woke up early this morning deciding that I wanted to hurry up and get the $7 incentives because if you do it before 8:15, you get those $7 incentives. So I got 2 of those. And then if you do 6 deliveries, then you get the $34 incentive. I didn't realize that that the 2 $7 ones that I had done would count towards the 6. So I was thankful for that. So I got that. So now this week is the most money I've made on Spark. And somebody had put in, is it Reddit? They had put that, do you think that Spark is going away? I don't think Spark's going away. It was busy all day and all night, all weekend in my region anyway. It was busy, busy, busy. Now, yesterday, I do believe I was talking to another Spark driver. I had heard from you guys that do Spark that Spark was acting funny in the morning time. And then there's a gentleman that I talked to that does Spark at the store I usually Spark at. And he said that there was a problem in the early morning. So it must have been a reason why I slept until 8 o'clock. Dean says, gnome, right? Okay, I already read that. Sunny says, Dean. Dean says, let's go, and you feel better too. Yes, I do feel better. I just felt so tired because like I was out till 9 last night and then I went to sleep for a couple hours. I was watching Tornado. I actually watched him until he went off. And then I'm like, okay, now I need to catch a couple of hours of sleep because I'm going to be up early in the morning. Got up early and was busting it. And Dean, I accidentally accepted an order for 16 gallons of milk. Now, this was to a business, and I didn't add to that this business was very nice. Like they had, because I asked them, I said, do you have a cart? Because I had a cart, but it got stolen. Yes, Dean, my cart got stolen. I was devastated. My cart got stolen. Do you have a cart that I can use to get all this stuff for you? And they gave me one, and their cart worked very slick. So I was able to put the whole entire order, all of the milk on that cart without spilling it. So that was awesome. And then when I was done, it was like a coffee shop. He asked me if I wanted any coffee. Usually I would say yes, but I had already got a little energy drink. So I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you so much. But it was nice that he offered it to me. Oh, Sunny Spark was dead. Oh, no, it wasn't dead. It was not dead here. Not at all. But the app showed it as high bars. Slow, also bad offers. Oh, yeah. I have... tell you what, my rate is so bad because I cherry pick a lot. I cherry pick and cherry pick and cherry pick. Oh, that's what my region looks like now. So, yeah, kind of slow. So, it wasn't last night, I'll tell you that. I mean, there will be times where I will be sitting and waiting for an order. Yesterday and today, there was no sitting involved. I was accepting orders before I even got back to the store. So that was something. My metrics. No, you can't even see it. Well, anyways, my metrics, I'm at 7% for acceptance rate. Because I cherry pick, I'm not willing to just take anything. Sonny says, that's great, it was busy for you. Yeah, it was definitely busy. And it was so busy that I was able to cherry pick and still get offers. So, hence my 7%. But last night when I came home, I was at 4%, and now I'm at 7%. So it went up 3%. But I'm thankful that with Spark that you, your acceptance rate doesn't really matter. And now I think I have 26 trips. And it's the 11th. And last month, I just barely made it to 20. Simon says, my Walmart delivery people love me because I tip well because I live out in the country. Okay, Diamond. Yeah, I have seen many of live videos. If you look at Sunny Chronicles and Each Day with Dean, they drive in the country a lot and drop off orders. Sunny says, I don't even see CAR on my Spark metrics anymore. Oh, yeah, my customer rating is still a 4.8 just from that one time when that person gave me a little bit less score. But I don't think anybody in my area even rates people. Sunny, okay. Yeah, that is good, Diamond, because, you know, you recognize the fact that people are going out of their way to help you. And it's really good to tip. It's definitely good to tip. I have been given a $10 tip once. That was awesome. Did I get a $20 tip? I think I've gotten one $20 tip before. And a lot of times that'll happen when I'm doing food delivery more than I'm doing the grocery orders. But maybe because they don't want to tip that much on the apps when you're doing food delivery versus the grocery ones. I'm not sure. But I have gone 80 minutes. I thank you all for joining in. Oh, Welshman says everyone will looking out for diamond orders now. Well, it's so fun that diamond loving Nana, she's another Nana and she does diamond art. So that's just awesome. You never know when you meet people. But yes, Sonny, you have a good night too. Thank you for joining in to my stream. And I appreciate all of you. You have a great week. Oh, thank you. SK at Z Rat says, Nana, you're so pretty. Washman says, night, Sonny. But have a good evening. And do remember, in case you have forgotten, most people know that I do positive thinking morning affirmations every morning before I go to work. And I get a lot out of it, and I hope and pray that all of you will get much out of it as well. So have a good night. God bless. Bye.